Okay, jump on board and we're going to go around the track at only 0.3 times speed to show you the fastest lap by last year's winner and demonstrate the racing line. So coming up on turn 1, we're keeping the car as far left as possible to reduce the angle into the first corner. As the tyre wall comes up on the left, we start to turn in to the first corner and aim at the apex shown by the yellow arrow. As we drive past this apex here, where you should still be able to be going almost entirely full throttle, we start to aim the car back out to the left, looking for that light tower on the left, where you can see whether it's a green or yellow flag, or potentially even a red. Coming up to turn 2, this is a very steep banked corner that tightens, so we're going to aim around the outside for that advertising board. Then for the curbing on the left, keeping the car just on the right of the white line before moving in back towards the apex shown by the yellow arrow. So we're going to hug the inside of the corner here, and then at this point open up the steering wheel and aim back out to really try and get as close to this next corner curb as possible. From this point, aim back out towards the outside of the track. You've got a left-hand corner coming up ahead and easing onto the accelerator at this point for a very short straight down the middle of the track. Aim back in for the apex here, trying to get as close to the left-hand side as possible without touching that curbing. And then once again, straighten out the steering wheel and transit across to the right-hand side of the track, getting as close as possible to the side of the track to give yourself less of an angle as you turn in towards the chicane section coming up ahead. So as we get to this corner, you'll see that we're really placing the wheel almost between the white line and the curb, right up on the right hand side of the track to avoid that section in the middle, and then steering in to hit the apex here on the left, then opening up and aiming for the apex on the right and really going through this section with as straight a steering angle as possible. This section here can't really be done at full throttle, so you'll want to back off a little bit and then cross over the bumpy section in the middle of the track and aim out towards this curbing on the right hand side. This section here, because you're only starting to accelerate, you can take almost any line through this area, but really you want to hug the right hand side of the track before opening up and aiming out towards the left, once again getting as close as possible to the curbing on the right hand side before turning in to the apex for this corner here. So really close to the curbing and then hugging the right hand side of the track because we've got a tight left hand turn coming up ahead. Another light tower there to look for to see the flags, and there'll be a recovery point up ahead as well if you ever need any assistance. So on the right hand side of the track here, we aim in tight using our horn to overtake the cars ahead, and you would go either to the left or right of the traffic, but more predictably you want to be on the right hand side, once again going between the curbing and the white line. For this corner, we really want to get a good exit because the exit of this corner here really helps with your straight line speed as you accelerate for the remainder of the lap towards the finish line. So going quite wide here, heading out wide and aiming out almost to that lighting tower to give ourselves as much straight line speed as possible as we go through the final curving S's. So once again, the front tire is almost on the white line on the outside of the track, putting the car between the white line and the curbing before steering in and aiming for the next apex. Once again, using the horn to alert the upcoming traffic that we're going to pass them. From here, you just want to hug each one of the apexes, easing onto your accelerator and giving yourself the best possible speed down the main straight. And just watching out for the traffic up ahead. So just keep hugging these apexes, getting the tyre as close as possible without hitting it. And then get yourself onto the left-hand side of the main straight again, if possible, setting yourself up for a nice straight run all the way down into turn 1 again. And with those techniques and using as much of the track as possible and reducing your steering angle, you end up with the fastest lap in the 2024 EV Challenge.